yeah, on my day off when I was looking at some decks, I saw a Temur Siege deck that was doing really that did really well. I think it won a league or went like 6-2 or something in a league. It was a the list was a little bit different. It went 7-2 in a Moto league, in a Moto challenge, standard challenge. That's what it was. This list is a little bit different. I took the cards that I liked, took out the cards I didn't like, and basically the idea of the deck is to just make Leyline Weaver and Badgermole Cub completely busted, especially because when you have Frostcliff Siege in play already, and you're playing a card like Llanowar Elf with a Cub, you're actually producing a mana. Riddler as well with Reaver, you get to produce mana. Like this deck, it can kind of combo in its own right. And then you got Great Divide Guide, which is just a really good Magic card. That does not get enough credit for the mana fixing. I added one Mockingbird and two Into the Floods to have some kind of interaction. And also Into the Flood is a really good card to bounce opposing Cub Earthbended lands against the new landfall decks as well. So yeah, I mean this deck really solitaires quickly on its own. You know, if you're goldfishing with this deck, you're probably going to be faster, like a turn faster than the landfall decks. And on top of that, you're just without Frostcliff Siege, you're basically just a Simic ramp deck with Riddlers and Rhythm and Craterhoof Behemoth. But with the caveat that Leyline Weaver works really well with Nature's Rhythm. I added one Mockingbird and one Vinestalk. Maybe I'll end up taking it out for a Verge. We will see. But also Cub and Mockingbird, really good card with Vinestalk. And yeah, this deck is really sweet. Another Frostcliff Siege tryout over here. Sideboard, you've got Abrade's Keen-Eyed Curator, because basically everything is green. Not basically, everything is green, except if you don't have forests, I guess. But mostly green. You got 3 copies of Keen-Eyed Curators, Origin of Metalbending, 3 copies of Chandra Spark Hunter when your opponent is bringing in like Sweepers, Pyroclasm, etc. And 1 copy of Vivien Reid. One card I wanted to maybe add to the deck that I can't find space for. What was the card? Sorry, it's the elf. Forgot the name of it right. Okay, Tivar. I want to play 1 copy of Tivar in this deck because you have Nature's Rhythm for it. Works very well with Frostcliff Siege because it gives trample, and that's what this card has always been missing. Newest list that won the challenge swapped Siege for Devastating Onslaught. Oh, I see. Yeah, Devastating Onslaught and Ouroboroid is pretty nasty. Should we try 1 copy? You want to do 1 copy of Onslaught? I don't mind. Just to see just to compare them. And yeah, we can just keep it like so. I just don't know if there's a space for Tivar. Obviously, this card is really good with Frostcliff Siege. You could take out 1 Great Divide Guide, maybe. Maybe 1 Gene Pollinator. I mean, you really need a 1 mana ramp, though. So I probably wouldn't do that. You could take out the 1 Mockingbird. But Mockingbird isn't a way to get your like double Cub. Or if your opponent plays Cub, then you can just make Cub. How do you see this deck against Lessons? Well, it depends what kind of if lesson players are starting to, you know, not play Pyroclasms or Fire Magics, then this deck does get better. If they're just playing like their lesson removal spells, I mean, yeah, this deck's probably fine. Like you're a ramp deck with a fast clock. Yeah, 1 Craterhoof to tutor for. Do I have another Craterhoof, by the way? Because I don't like this. I don't think I do. I do not. This is the OG Craterhoof. Alright, that's fine. We will play as is, and let's get into some games. I'll try 1 Onslaught, 1 Siege, just so we can test them. But yeah, there's definitely something here. The splash of red is really easy when you're playing Leyline Weavers and Gene Pollinators. and the city guide or divide guide. What do we call the deck? Temur, Siege, and let's go. Add some music. Alright, sure. Jump on it. Jump, jump. What deck should we try also after this? Because I want to give green black landfall a shot with Rakshasa. Uh-oh. Nice duress. Opponent be sad. Sure. Well, I guess I don't know if I don't think we got to 20 points because we got to top 250. So I'm actually taking that back. I am not sure. Okay. Okay, Frostcliff Siege, I'm looking at you. Do your worst. Jump on it. Caretakers. Pretty good, pretty good. Why not Gene first? What do you mean? What do you mean, why not Gene first? I needed to tap the mana for the Frostcliff Siege to produce red. If that's what you meant. Oh, you mean these? You mean this Gene? Last turn. Oh, I could have done that. Are they dead if I just go Onslaught here, by the way? Hold on. If I just make Onslaught here, this is more damage, right? The turn I played the Siege. I could have. I was kind of wanting to keep creatures in my hand against, like, Wrath of Gods, Sweepers. Boom. Kaboom. Siege plus Onslaught. Not that it does that much, but opponent's like, what in the world is this shit? Ouroboroid, Siege, Devastating Onslaught, Ouroboroid. And I duress missed. Yeah, they did swap the Ouroboroids back. It used to be different. Song request on YouTube. Nah, it's gotta be a Spotify song request. I mean, if it's on Spotify, I'll look for it, but if you could send me a Spotify link, I'd appreciate it. So it's not Siege or Onslaught. Siege and Onslaught. Yep. Okay, versus black-white control things. Chandra, Vivien Reid. Take out Onslaught, take out Floods. Take out Mockingbird. Maybe take out Craterhoof. One Nature's Rhythm. Bring in some Detective Intrusions. I don't even know. Metalbending seems okay. Sure. You don't have to do that if you got a thick B. to lift. Thick with 2 C's, B. Broski, you're typing like a 16-year-old. Alright, where's opponent? Are they gone? Don't worry, I won't hurt you. You saw how much I was lifting there. I can't hurt you. Can't hurt a fly. Alright, Seam Rip on the elf. But then it's Cubalicious time. Or another elf, maybe? I think I'd rather do that. The Cub is better. Because if you draw 2-drop, you can play Cub plus 2-drop. Like that, for example. What if they have Restless... Or, what's it called? Should we do it? Do we go Cub? I probably should just do Cub Ouroboroid. Because then it now has to be Day of Judgment. It can't be anything else. I mean, it's still, yeah, it's fine. I accept. Oh, we saw you checking yourself out on stream while doing it. I wasn't checking out. I was checking that everything is like on camera. Not checking out my giant triceps. Yeah, the form, exactly. Exactly. You know how it is. What are we drawing here? Really wanted to draw a counter spell. Like really badly. Now we draw it? Oh my god. Oh my god. Maybe I leave one back in case they have like split up or something. I mean, they're not gonna have split up. Whatever. They didn't have it last turn. Tap land. Surely they had Day Judgment. No untap land though. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. Okay. Okay, I'll keep this. It's fine. Bullet time, mono red. Am I bouncing this thing? Probably. I probably am. And then I play guide. Alright, let's bounce the 2-mana card, I guess. So even if they kill this next turn, we can go Cub Weaver. Yeah. Freaking Burst Lightning or something. What do they have? The Pump Spell? I mean, I have to, right? At least it's if it's Burst Lightning, it's not that bad. If it's Pump Spell, it's, yeah, full bore. Fuck. Look, at least it's not Monstrous Rage, right? Right? There is that. Yeah. What? Might of the Meek. Bro, we're so dead. This is bad. This is bad. Hmm. Okay. Dej. Another full bore. Another thrilling game versus mono red. Yep. That is very accurate. Oh, happy go. Go happy go. Go happy go. Go happy go. Cool mountains though. Oh yeah, we're super dead. Very, very dead. What is their last card though? Actually can't even. I want to kill this so bad, but I can't. I can't. Go to 1. The fact we couldn't even kill the show off, they just attacked with a 1/2 flyer into a 2/2 reach. Makes me angry. Makes me angry. Origin of Metalbending, Keen-Eyed Curator. It's just not a Craterhoof turn. Deck, I mean, matchup. Mockingbird, no. That's probably it. They were just showing off. Yeah, a little bit. Double full bore is tough to beat. Because if I had ignored the full bore and just, or not ignored, but like played around it and not blocked, we just die anyways. More like full boring. Something. Leyline. Yeah, this is maybe we do need Origin of Metalbending. This matchup. I just realized Great Divide Guide makes only allies create mana. Correct. Which is itself and fixes mana, which your basics. Which means you also didn't have enough mana. Oh, okay. I see. I see the confusion now, Ravik. Why people thought I had Craterhoof. Yeah, that's the thing. I needed to tap Cub for Harmonize that turn, and Cub, and tap something for Gene Pollinator, which, you know, can't do both. But I get it. It's all good. Probably should have played a blue source there last turn. Instead of, like, untapped island. Yeah, it's fine. Imagine not having a turn 1 play when you're mono red versus Cub. What did they keep? Creature? Removal? Might? Oh, okay. I didn't really need to take 2 damage there. Classic turn 3. It is. I mean, it kind of, I don't know. It's probably correct to take damage there, just because we don't know what cards we're going to draw. If we're going to need to have enough, or not enough. So yeah, it's probably correct. I ended up not needing it, but it could have definitely needed it. Like, we drew another 2-drop. Do I want Origin of Metalbending versus Siege, maybe? Like, these cards are a little bit slower. I don't know, I feel like it's just not good if they just have their creature draw. Sometimes I just have to, like, goldfish. Yeah, allies and lands. So you can fix your own mana. Like, you know, get red mana for your siege, but... Okay, triple Gene Pollinator. Let's get rid of 1. Keep Abrade. Jeez. No. Don't also have a 1-turn. A turn 1 creature. We're so dead. Double Leyline land Hired Claw is kind of hard to, like, it's pretty uncommon. Yeah, we can't block. We need the red mana to abrade it. Hopefully they just don't have a land or another creature. They do have a creature. They don't have another land. Yeah, just 1 land. So maybe this is doable. Now the question is if we go Gene Pollinator, or Abrade. I think it's double Gene. Maybe I just block one of them. Forces them to play something if they go full bore. Still on damage. They could probably do it anyways. But the third Gene Pollinator really doesn't add much mana. Yep. Wow. They didn't do the Gene thing. They just killed their guy. Interesting. Also bizarre. Really bizarre. Kill while they're tapped out? I think it's better to let them block. Like, they can't attack into a 2-3, because then they have to do something, and then we respawn and kill it, right? Yeah, they have the mana, but they have to do something here. Then we abraded in response. So then this way we got rid of something. And their turn. See? If they drew a mana? Well, if they drew a mana, they would need to have 2 spells. And then the same scenario could happen. Like, they drew a mana and then they just play a 2-drop creature if they kill our guy. And then next turn we have no removal, but we end up dying to their 1 creature plus 2 pump spells. So I think it was better to do this because it's a huge blowout. It also wastes their turn. And even if they do have it, like we block and then we kill, let's say, and then they let's say save it. If they don't have trample gone, then maybe we live anyways, and then they don't have a creature the turn after. Like, this is a little bit better to just let them, to force them to play the spell first. Sure. I don't think I've Into the Flood turn 1. Basically against anybody. Got our Cub on Vinestalk though. Playing Siege, getting it countered to No More Lies sucks. Do we have to? We don't have to. Could just say, like, attack for 5. Maybe I just go to combat. This is gonna be that kind of stream. What kind of stream, Ski Trip? We're doing weights stream. Wan Shi Tong to block the Vinestalk. Okay, sure. Are you dying to the flood this? I don't really want to. It's really not the best Into the Flood play. Maybe it's fine, I guess. Oh, this loses trample, so we wouldn't wanted to do it before. Yeah, I'm playing with 1 onslaught and 2 sieges. 1 onslaught, 2 siege. But they're not that good. Siege, attack, or play Cub for 2, which seems a bit worse, right? Okay. Is it insane to just draw a card? Our hand is so bad. What if I just go to draw? Has it ever been done before? Let's do it. I know. It's just that our hand just doesn't do anything. We just lose. Can't even do this. Like, I don't want to run in this into something. All right, let's just play some duders. Tap land. Say go. Nope. Can't do it. Next turn we can attack with this. Because we can make it a 6/6. Realize. Yep. Exercise main. Alright, we drew 2 cards for it. It's probably a good trade. So we have 5 mana right now. We could do Rhythm for 2. Or just play Gene, Elf. Yeah, seems better. No hasty elf. The elf didn't have haste. It was sorry. The Temur, the Frostcliff Siege was on Jeskai, not Temur. One sheet deal. I have 6 cards in hand. Yikes. Yikes. Yep. Kill Cubs. Shiko Helix. Vinestalk. Okay. Maybe we Nature's Rhythm for Riddler. Seems maybe better than Cub, right? This match seems like hell. Yeah, it is like hell. Yeah, Riddler. They search. We get stuff. Your turn. No, I'm not playing Mistrise Village. No one of Mistrise. If they tap out, I think we actually win with Cub, Nature's Rhythm, Craterhoof. Like if they somehow play another stock up or something, I don't think they're going to, but just if. Come on. Okay, they killed Riddler, which kind of messes that up now. I think. Well, we're dead next turn anyways. So let's just go for it. See what they have. Yup. That ain't good. Yeah, they definitely did not tap out there. So now I can go 2 for this, and then we need 7 mana. Just not enough. Yep. You got me. So we had it for 6. I mean, Craterhoof would have been lethal anyways if we hit it, because at that point, having to tap all our creatures is just not lethal, but we need like 2 or 3 left. So, but if we had Riddler in play, we could do tap for the Harmonize, and it's obviously really good. Alright, Vivien Reid, Detect Intrusion takes out Into the Flood, Onslaught, Mockingbird, on Wanshi, no, on what, on Shiko, no. Yeah, okay. I will keep this in. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, no, they were never gonna tap out when they had 2 spells. It only works for us if they don't have 2 spells to play that turn, you know? But yeah, they had Get Lost on Riddler plus counter, so still almost had them. Like, pretty close. Rude. Cub? Cubs, anyone? Sure. Maybe it's better to play Ouroboroid for a turn. Which forces them to no more lies this. Helix it. It's fine. Iceberg, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to save it. Another removal spell. Another Helix in response. If the Helix in response, then that's fine. Get lost it. Okay. Sure. I don't think the one damage is gonna matter more than just getting rid of Llanowar Elf. Or like getting rid of the maps. That was interesting. Nice. Okay. Meringue. Shit. Quantumac. Thank you so much for the prime. Appreciate you. Alright, let's go this for 2. For Cub again. And we can play a wild guide here. And next turn we can maybe set something good up, but like we have a lot of mana next turn, right? Because this is 6, 9, 10, 11, plus 2 on Harmonize. I don't think I took out the Craterhoof, did I? No, we still have it. Another removal? Just add to another removal? Nope. Okay. Yeah, it might be counter magic. I mean, if it's ease, it's ease. Could be get lost as well. I don't know. I mean, yeah, give me a Ouroboroid, buddy. Nice. Okay. We were dead next turn too to the flying. Do I want Origin of Metalbending? I mean, they have Seam Rip, which I really rarely am gonna kill, but it does give us. It can give us a cub. We have a lot of removal. Probably should bring like 2 in or something. All right. I don't think I can keep this hand. Nah. Okay, no blue mana. Let's get rid of 1 Riddler. Well, Gene is blue mana, I guess, but you know, if this lives, if this dies, no blue mana. Nice. What do they have? No play, no turn 2 play, no turn 3 play, just tap land, surveil, land, go. I mean, we could just play Ouroboroid. Is that bad? It's probably fine. Yep. It's just same play. They have 4 cards in hand. Another Helix. Do I save it? I think I do. Yeah, let's just tap everything. Just because the removal that he has is up 3 damage, so if somehow they just have like a Shiko for another 3 damage spell, Ouroboroid's still gonna live. So, and if they have a Day of Judgment, you know, we go Riddler and hope, but yeah. They wasted Riddler to the Helix to the face? Did they? I don't think they did. Okay. No, they didn't waste Helix to the face. What are you talking about? I'm gonna counter that. They used Helix on Ouroboroid. Then they got countered, and they got countered. Like, we countered one of them. Or maybe they did? I don't know. If they did, I did not notice that. That was just kind of funny. They did Helix our face after. I may have just missed that when I was just reading chat after I finished our turn. Clarion Conqueror. Kill Riddler. We have a lot of mana. We can just go Nature's Rhythm for another Riddler if they kill it. Or Ouroboroid. A lot more mana. Give me some cards. Conk obliterates this deck? I don't think it does. Ouroboroid still triggers, so I wouldn't say it obliterates it by any means. It is good against Cub. We have so many lands. What the hell? Yeah, it does. It is good. It is definitely good. It's a lot better if you're not doing cards like Day of Judgment and Ultima, you know? Hey Wolf, DJ, Happy New Year. 8 months in a row, thanks for the tier 1. Appreciate you. Nice, nice. Alright, starting to win. Let's take a look at mono green landfall splashing black for Rakshasa. Let me reset this arena real quick.